Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Steven.
大家好，我是 Bernice 老师。
Today's date is May 21st. We're on day 2 of covering pages 42 to 45 with the origins.
我们今天要来继续追根究底一下咯。
All right, the title is Ring It On.
戒指来啦。
There's more to rings than meets the eye.
就是说戒指其实并不是我们表面看起来这么简单的一个东西。
So you actually this saying more to something or someone than meets the eye. You could talk about like a person, like maybe you see Bernice 老师, you're like, oh, she seems like such a sweet girl. She must be very quiet and likes to read books. But then in front of you, she punches somebody.
她说错了。
She protects you, and then you're like, wow, there's more to you than meets the eye. 就是光看你是没有想象你原来那么的厉害。
对，没错，所以有时候人不能只看外表的咯。
That's true. Okay, let's get started. Historians believe ancient Romans started the custom of exchanging wedding rings.
我们刚才稍微知道了一些历史的有关于这个戒指。我们现在要来知道说，到底这个戒指的用途还有一些其他什么样的一个故事呢？所以这边他就讲了，他的主词是历史学家们。历史学家们相信呢，其实就是古代的罗马人开始了这样的一个 custom， 这样的一个 tradition， 这样的一个习俗，一个传统。什么样的习俗呢？是针对交换婚戒这个动作。
Here we see the word ancient, right? Even though it doesn't have a CH, it kind of has a CH sound.
对。
Ancient, ancient, okay? 这个 CH 跟 SH 的之中，所以 ancient, okay? So if you hear that word, you know it means 古老的。
对。
So the ancient Romans, who are people that live in Rome, okay, they started this tradition, a custom of exchanging wedding rings. Yet, have you ever thought about why the wedding ring is put on the left ring finger?
所以接下来就是问你说的 yet 这边的意思就是说，可是另外一件事你是否有想过呢？什么事情呢？就是你曾经是否想到说，为什么我们人戴这个婚戒，可是每一次呢都是戴在左手，然后戴在左手的哪里呢？ Put on 就是指这个戴上去的意思，是在左边的 ring finger 就是我们的无名指。
So we can talk about the fingers first,
对。
right? So the pinky, okay,
最小的这一只。
最小的, this is the ring finger, okay? This is the middle finger, 这个最简单。
对，所以不能直接给大家看到，不然你们以为我在骂你。
对。This one is called the index finger.
对，因为 index 是要拿来指的，你这个食指是拿来指的，所以它叫食指。
So index, I-N-D-E-X, okay? And 这个虽然在中文是食指，
也是指，
但是
对。
index 在英文没有指的那个意思，对。So it's a different concept, 不一样的概念。And then this is the thumb.
对，
okay.
这个字比较难念，嘴巴闭起来。
因为 T-H-U-M-B, even though it has a B, the B is silent. Okay, so this is the thumb.
大拇指。
Okay. All right, so here, the way that I read that sentence, since it's a question, some people might choose to make it go up at the end to make it sound like a question. They would go, yet, have you ever thought about why the wedding ring is put on the left ring finger?
就是问你了。
一个问你了，但是这个是一个可以用的方式。Because a lot of my friends are like, oh, 英文, like, how do you know when to go up, when to go down? There's actually not one rule.
对。
It's basically, what are you trying to emphasize? What are you trying to convey? My way of doing it is I emphasize, you ever thought, okay? 你有没有想过? Okay, that's what I emphasize. So I read it as, yet, have you ever thought about why the wedding ring is put on the left ring finger? Okay, 所以我选择是用在前面那边强调。
了解，这个就是同学有时候在讲英文或念英文，因为我们知道语言它是活的，它完全是 depend on 你这个讲话的人，你想要用什么样的情感情绪去表达，所以你也不能说我今天一定有一个什么规则，我哪边一定要上扬，哪边一定要下降，没有那么样的硬的这个死板的一个规则，所以完全是看你想要强调哪里，你那边当然自然就会比较偏上。
After all, there are 9 other perfectly good fingers to choose from.
也是嘛，对不对？不是只有无名指可以用啊。After all， 就是毕竟我们这么说了，其实我们还有9个其他，而且是 perfectly 非常合适的、很棒的这些手指，你可以来 choose from， 你可以从中选择。干嘛一定要选无名指呢
？The reason is that some Romans believed there is a vein that runs directly from the left ring finger to the heart.
原来是这样子。为什么一定要选择这个左手无名指呢？那就是因为呢，这个原因就是下面这个原因，就是那个时候有一些这个罗马人，他们相信我们这个左手的无名指上面呢有一个静脉的血管，那这个血管刚好直接就是 run， 就是指在流动，它流动的时候直接的就从我们左边这个无名指的这个上面呢，一直流动到我们的心脏。
Right. So some people, instead of using the verb run, they might use the verb go. Okay, so there is a vein that goes directly from the left ring finger to the heart. Okay, I never knew that.
我也不知道。
I never knew there
有一个脉我看不见。
Well, I think it just means that the ancient Romans were quite romantic.
真的。
All right, let's take a short break.
好啊。
Since we talked about the ring finger already, like now we're going to talk about the other fingers.
好的，
right?
其他的手指头。
This paragraph starts with, the other fingers shouldn't feel left out though, because there are all kinds of rings for them too.
你不要认为说，哎呀，只有左手无名指有一个静脉的血管可以连到心脏，那我其他的这个都不用连到心脏吗？不是这个意思。所以他这边的意思就是说，你还有其他的这些手指头呢，而这些手指头你千万不要感觉你自己被 left out， 你被排除在外，其实你都在你的手掌之中，对不对？所以呢 though 好，就是说这个虽然是如此 because 为什么呢 there are all kinds of rings， 因为好多各式各样不同种类的这个什么戒指，你都可以拿来戴在不同的指头上面的。
Right, in this sentence, pay attention. When they say though, they don't mean even though or although. It's part of the first part, okay? The other fingers shouldn't feel left out though. Okay? 他们不应该有这种感觉哦，因为怎么样怎么样怎么样。Okay? So when you feel left out, that sometimes is talking about people. Like you might go to a party, you don't know who to talk to, you feel
你
very
就被
lonely.
排外，你变边缘人了。
Yeah, you've been left out or you feel left out, okay? For instance, engineering graduates in Canada used to wear iron pinky rings.
好，他下面就举例来说了，那到底有什么其他的戒指可以戴在我们其他的指头上呢？他说在加拿大呢，他们的这个工程系engineering 工程系的这个毕业生，他们那个时候呢就会戴上 used to， 就是以前呢常常会戴上这种所谓铁质的，然后戴在小拇指上面。
Right, and look at this word graduate. Okay, we know when you graduate from school, when it's being used as a verb,
动词。
yeah, the A sound is very evident. Graduate. Okay, I graduated last year. And this sentence is being used as a noun. Okay, it's for somebody who graduated. Okay, so in this situation, the A becomes an sound, the graduate. Okay, it. Okay.
对，所以注意听一下，如果你把那个 A 的音特别强调念它，就是动词毕业的意思。
然后曾经做一件事情，刚刚 Bernice 老师有说，但是这个真的蛮常用的。
没错。
Used to wear iron pinky rings. That means that they don't do it anymore.
对，现在比较没有了。
Okay. These rings served as a reminder of the obligations and ethics that come with the job.
那为什么他们要在这个小拇指上面戴上这样的一个铁质的戒指呢？主要是因为这些戒指它们的用途呢是当做一种提醒的感觉。Reminder 就是提醒你什么东西呢？你是这个工程系的毕业生，所以你有这样的 obligations， 你有这样的职责跟义务，还有同时呢，你的伦理道德，你对于你这个工作尊敬的那个伦理道德都要有 come with。伴随着你的工作，所以你工作上该尽的职责义务跟你的伦理道德，就是用这个小拇指上面的这个铁质的这个戒指来做提醒。
Right, so serve as a reminder. Whenever we see the verb serve, we usually think it means like to like 服务一个人，
对，拿东西给你。
service, right? In this situation, serve as a reminder. It's like 它是一个提醒的一个代表，还是它有这个用途。 However, in some places, a pinky ring can imply that the wearer is a member of a gang or the mafia.
哇哦，所以他说可是呢，你看我们又看到 however 这个字了。刚才感觉哎呦，戴在这个小拇指上面的这个铁质的戒指应该是一个很不错的象征，象征我很有责任感，这是我的伦理道德。可是接下来他又说了，在某些地方呢，如果你在你的小拇指上面戴戒指的话，有的时候它会暗示，好 imply 就是我没有直接的说明出来，暗指呢这个戴的人呢，其实他是一个帮派里面的成员，就是黑社会里面的一员，或者是 mafia 就是意大利的那个什么黑手党一员这样子。
So in this sentence, the very beginning, we see, however, we know that we're going to be introduced to a different information.
没错。
That's going to be different from the previous sentence. Okay, so the pinky ring can imply, which means that it can signify, 它有这个意义, okay? But
象征的意义。
象征, so it's not directly saying
对。
it, but it can imply it.
没错
Okay?
没有直接说出来。
我刚刚说那个 signify 是 signify,
Yes.
signify.Okay, and 这个 wearer 在这个 sentence 就是在戴戒指的那个人。
对。
Okay, let's take a short break. Thumbs used to be the place for a peculiar ring as well. The archer's ring.
哇哦，我们的大拇指也有这个特殊专门的戒指啊。他说我们的大拇指呢 used to 就在过去呢，它其实呢是被当做一个就是可以用来放什么样的戒指在上面呢 the place 就是那个地点，对于一种比较特殊独特的 peculiar 就是比较独特特殊的这个戒指 as well 我们讲过叫也是这样子的。那这个戒指叫什么名字呢？我觉得这个戒指好酷哦，叫做弓箭手戒，弓箭手的戒指这样子。
So here we have a colon because in the beginning, it's kind of like we're setting up the sentence for people to be like, what kind of ring is it? Right? So thumbs used to be the place for a peculiar ring as well. 然后可以停一下 The archer's ring. 你可以用这个方式就是让人家就是想听下去到底是什么呢？你也可以说the thumb used to be a place for a peculiar ring as well called the archer's ring. 那加这个 call 就会减少了一种期待感，
没错，
对不对？所以写法你的用法其实也是很重要，看你要怎么样去让听者还是阅读者想继续看下去。
对
And then when you call something peculiar, it's like a positive way of saying that this thing is very special, sometimes even strange. Like if you want to say that somebody's a little bit strange, but you don't want to be like rude about it, you might say, she's quite peculiar.
对，它还蛮特别的哦。
特别的哦。Right? It protected archers' thumbs when they pulled back the bowstring.
对，因为弓箭手我们就知道他要拉弓嘛，所以这时候他如果在大拇指上面戴上这个戒指的话，他当然就可以保护这些弓箭手的大拇指，然后尤其是在他们要拉那个弓弦的时候，就可以保护他的大拇指了。
Okay, and why do we see archers, A-R-C-H-E-R-S, and then apostrophe? It's because we're using the plural form, okay, and then saying their thumbs. Okay, so that's why it's first write the plural form archers and then apostrophe.
没错，所以一个是复数的嘛，哈，复数的我们表示它的所有格的话，就直接加在 s 的后面。
So the archer uses a bow, okay, to shoot an arrow. Arrow is A-R-R-O-W. Okay, and that string that's on the bow is the bowstring.
弦。
These were worn by archers across the world, including Mongolian warriors.
哇哦，所以他说这样子的这个大拇指上面这个戒指，其实呢，它是在全世界，你只要是弓箭手，他们都会戴这样的一个戒指。包括了甚至连怎么样蒙古的一些战士都是有戴这样的戒指。
Index finger rings are uncommon nowadays, but they used to be a major status symbol in Europe.
哦，所以呢，我们的食指如果戴上戒指的话呢，基本上如果在现代比较 uncommon， 就是比较不常见了。可是其实以前呢，曾经在欧洲的时候，我们在这个食指上面戴戒指呢，它主要是一种很主要重要的你的社会身份地位的一个 symbol， 就是一个象征。
In fact, if people below a certain rank wore rings on their index fingers, they could be punished in some cities.
哇哦，原来是这个样子。他说，事实上呢，如果你是身处在欧洲的人，然后当时呢，如果你的身份地位，你的 rank 就是你的阶职职位，如果是 below 是比较低的，好，就是比较低层的这个阶职或者职位。那但是呢，你又在你的食指上面戴上了戒指的话，在那个时候某些城市里面，你是要被惩罚的。
Wow, that's so intense. Okay, so when we see the beginning of the sentence, in fact, you could also say the word actually. Okay, but actually, these two have a little bit of a different meaning. Okay, when you say in fact, you're trying to give more information based off of the last sentence. Okay, you're trying to give more additional information to tell. But then when you say actually, you're kind of giving more information, yes, but you're also kind of trying to emphasize that the last sentence, maybe there was something wrong about it, or maybe that you're trying to tell a different meaning behind it. OK， 有点修正的感觉。
对对对，所以这两个就主要的差异就是说 ，in fact 是真的是在补充说明前面你还没有说完的东西。但是如果用到 actually， 就是感觉好像你前一句话似乎有一些出入，这时候我可能要强调它其实真正的意义是什么。这时候我们就用到 actually。
Yes, and the difference between rank and status is usually something that like.If you are a rich family, people know that you have a status of being rich, that kind of position in society. But when you have a rank, usually that's something that is more official. Like if you're in the army, you have different ranks because you have to test or you have to train to get to that rank. Okay, so that's the difference between rank and status.
对，所以 status 就是我们讲它是比较大社会上面所赋予你的一个身份地位。可是如果是 rank 这个字，通常是你在一个机构或一个单位里面，比如说你当了一个什么比如说你是队长还是你是什么什么，你的这个 rank 就会越来越高。
Exactly. As you can see,Picking which finger to put a ring on can be an important choice.
对，所以就如同你所见到的了，如果今天我们要选择到底哪一只戒指，不是哪一只戒指，是哪一个手指哪一个手指我们要戴上戒指的话呢，其实它是一个非常重要的选择呢。
Right, because all of these choices for putting the ring on like the ring finger, not putting a ring on the index finger. These all have a history behind
对，
it.
没错。
It's really interesting.
没错。
Right, so if you see somebody with a pinky ring, they might be part of a gang. So make sure to try not to bother them or get in trouble, right?
对啊，在我们中国的习俗的话，就是说 pinking ring 的，有时候是防小人的，
right.
对，就没有那个什么黑帮的那个感觉。
Yeah, but that just depends on the different cultures.
没
It's
错，
just really
没错。
interesting. There's different customs and traditions behind rings in every country.
是。
Right. So do you think that actually works?
可以，
Yeah?
我觉得可以。
Okay.
但是我没有什么小人。
Oh yeah, because Bernice is very nice.
因为我都把他们打跑了。
Oh my gosh! So do you use you don't use rings to do it, right?
I don't have to.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the review.
好。
All right, Bernice 老师, let's start this by reviewing the fingers.
好，我们先来复习一下我们的手指头咯。
Pinky.
最小的小指头。
Okay. This is the ring finger.
我们戴戒指的无名指。
The middle finger.
中指，就平常就不要用这个指头了。
Right. Okay. The index finger.
食指。
And the thumb.
对，再来是我们的大拇指。
Good. All right. Now, what does after all mean?
好，就是毕竟这么说。
And if something or someone feels left out, what does that mean?
感觉我被排外了。
Okay. What is a reminder?
就是做一个提醒的东西。
And what is an obligation?
就是我的职责，我的责任。
Okay. And if something implies that something about something, what does that mean?
Imply 的意思是暗指，也就是你没有直接的说出来。
Right. So when you see someone wear like a ring, like a pinky ring, it might imply that they are part of a gang.
对，就是如果你在以前的时候在小拇指上面戴戒指，就是可能你是黑社会的一员。
So what does it mean by when you say someone is very peculiar?
这个人看起来怪怪的。
Okay. But it can talk about something that's not living, like a
对，
ring, a peculiar ring.
就是比较独特的东西。
And what is the difference between status and rank.
好 ，status 就是指这个所谓社会上面人家赋予你的一个身份。那如果是 rank 的意思呢，就是你在一个单位或组织里面，因为你的当的这个职位的关系，而有了这样的一个职称，这样的一个阶位。
All right, thank you guys so much. Hope you learned a lot about rings, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
第44页，追根究底，一介永流传戒指的历史。
Ring it on! Historians believe ancient Romans started the custom of exchanging wedding rings. Yet, have you ever thought about why the wedding ring is put on the left ring finger? After all, there are 9 other perfectly good fingers to choose from. The reason is that some Romans believed there is a vein that runs directly from the left ring finger to the heart. The other fingers shouldn't feel left out, though, because there are all kinds of rings for them, too. For instance, engineering graduates in Canada used to wear iron pinky rings. These rings served as a reminder of the obligations and ethics that come with the job. However, in some places, a pinky ring can imply that the wearer is a member of a gang or the mafia. Thumbs used to be the place for a peculiar ring as well, the archer's ring. It protected archers' thumbs when they pulled back the bowstring. These were worn by archers across the world, including Mongolian warriors. Index finger rings are uncommon nowadays, but they used to be a major status symbol in Europe. In fact, if people below a certain rank wore rings on their index fingers, they could be punished in some cities. As you can see, picking which finger to put a ring on can be an important choice.